On Radio Network, the Patriots and running back Ramondre Stevenson are agreeing to a 4-year, $36 million extension with $17 million guaranteed, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. The Patriots betting their leading rusher gets back on track after injuries limited him to 12 games and 857 scrimmage yards in 2023. Meantime, Trevor Lawrence met with the media Thursday after signing his 5-year, $275 million contract extension, making him tied for the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Lawrence saying, quote, "I'm not going to add any pressure to myself just based on getting this contract. It doesn't really change what I expected myself and what the team expects from me." And the NFL has released the 2024 training camp reporting dates and locations for all 32 teams. The Ravens are set to be the first team on the field with their rookies reporting on July 13th. Check out NFL.com for all things training camp. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
They say health is wealth, and I could not agree more. That's why if you or somebody in your life is living with everyday aches and pains, I want to tell you about Relief Factor. And I'm telling you, I can feel the difference. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. Naturally. Now that's a big deal. Developed by doctors. Relief Factor's unique formula of ingredients all work together to help support your body's response to inflammation. Instead of masking pain for a couple of hours, Relief Factor actually helps reduce or even eliminate your pain for good. Whether it's neck, back, joint, or muscle pain, if you're looking to feel better, live better, give Relief Factor a try. In 3 weeks, you will know if it's working because you'll feel it. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Save on your first order. Don't let pain tell you how to live. Fight back naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. I checked. It's Friday, 21st day of June, 2024, officially the second day of summer. I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo, and yesterday, I'm sorry I missed it, but George Gale, he did his annual summer solstice dance in the parking lot here at KXO. And, videos will be available as soon as we can get them through the censor. So, I know, of course, you were there to watch, right, Jared?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yes. Oh, well, anyway, it's the one time of the year that George gets totally involved in something like that. So
I think his summer dance might bring in rain this weekend. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, there is a possibility. We'll keep an eye on it. For the most part, I think the thunder boomers and the rain are going to be in the White Mountains east of the Phoenix area.
Okay. We just got one of those warnings, but it was for them over there.
Well, there's a 20% chance.
Okay.
So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Of course, we do update the weather throughout the day on AM 1230 KXO. Well, I don't know if you saw this, but Louisiana has passed a law that the 10 Commandments are to be posted in every school. Now, I don't know about you, but I think this might be a bit problematic. I mean, okay, most partygoers break 8 out of the 10 Commandments within an hour of the start of Mardi Gras. So, that's another thing we'll keep an eye on. Oh, you've heard of Tasmania, right?
Yeah, like Tasmanian Devil?
Yes, that's where they're from. Well, Tasmania has launched a tongue-in-cheek odd jobs initiative to boost tourism during its winter months. Of course, this is winter down under in the southern hemisphere. Among the jobs listed, paranormal investigators. And I have it on good authority, Jared, that they've already had applications from 4 teenagers and a Great Dane. So we'll see how that one works out. Of course, yesterday's summer solstice for us, but again, the summer, the southern hemisphere, it's wintertime down under. So South America and Australia and points in between, right?
Good time to go skiing over there.
I know people that have gone skiing in the Andes when it's summer here and winter there, and, just a nice break, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice to be able to, fly far away like that.
Yeah, I guess it's nice if you're that devoted to skiing. I skied, but it wasn't the be-all, do-all. So,
hey, as long as you didn't get hurt, you're good.
Yes, exactly. I felt that way about a lot of things in life. Okay, somewhere along here we have some birthdays. Let's find our big shot birthdays today. Okay, Doc on the Love Boat. Actor Bernie Kopell is 91. Actor Monty Markham is 89. Actor Marriott Hartley, 84. Ray Davies of the Kinks, 80. Actor Meredith Baxter is 77. Actor Michael Gross, her co-star on Family Ties, also 77. Guitarist Joey Molland of Badfinger, 77. Drummer Joey Kramer of Aerosmith, 74. Guitarist Nils Lofgren, 73. Actor Robin Douglas is 72. Actor Lee McCloskey, 69. Actor Josh Pais, 66. Actor Mark Kopech is 62. Actor Doug Savant, 60. Actor Michael Dolan, 59. Actor Kerry Preston, 57. Actor Paula Irvine is 56. Actor Juliette Lewis, 51. Actor Chris Pratt, 45. Actor Jussie Smollett, 42. Actor Michael Malarkey, 41. Singer Lana Del Rey is 39. Actor Yasha Washington is 35. Local birthdays coming up.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
We have happy birthday wishes today for Jojo Vasquez, Edith Lizarraga, Jaden Cesena, Alicia Alvarez, Luis Solis, Luis Moreno, Carl McElvaney, Alex Baca, Maria Luisa Carrera, Smokey Sanchez, Crystal Luna, Johnny Nunez Jr., Violet Green, Antonio Estrada, Catherine Kryman, and Jesus Martin. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and in the news, on the internet, all this new bird flu. Yeah, you've heard of it, right? Yeah, I don't know if I should be panic buying toilet paper or eggs. No bird flu updates, not yet. You ready for the news?
Ready for the news.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News special report. Just in from the Supreme Court, justices have upheld a federal gun control law intended to protect victims of domestic violence. They ruled 8-1 with Clarence Thomas in dissent to reverse a federal appeals court decision in New Orleans that struck down the law. It is the court's first Second Amendment case since they expanded gun rights 2 years ago. Their decision in favor of a 1994 ban on firearms for people under restraining orders to stay away from their spouses or partners. Still to come from the High Court, a decision on a case affecting former President Donald Trump. Correspondent Jan Crawford says that one will determine
whether Trump can be prosecuted for his actions around January 6th or whether he has some immunity. So that'll directly affect Special Counsel Jack Smith's efforts to bring him to trial for January 6th and obstruction of the 2020 presidential campaign.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. TGIF.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Reaction to news of the FBI raid of the home of Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao. Councilmember Carroll says she had no idea what was going on.
I'm going to stand in the middle and look both ways and try to get as much information on the details as possible, so I'm not fueling the flames of misinformation and disinformation.
Neighbors reported seeing the mayor being escorted from her home by agents early Thursday morning. No indication what agents were looking for and what the mayor's role in this apparent investigation is. Oakland police now say 15 people were shot Wednesday night after an illegal sideshow took over a previously peaceful Juneteenth celebration. Injuries ranging in severity.
We have everything from minor gunshot or flesh wounds to loss of fingers, to some of the individuals still being in critical condition.
Police Chief Floyd Mitchell confirming there were multiple shooters. Driverless car company in the state being told to pay up. Crews smacked with a $112,000 penalty for withholding information about a crash. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
We see a lot of news about teens vaping, but teens see something else. Videos on social media that glamorize it and downplay the dangers of nicotine. How can parents talk so kids will listen? Use facts. 1. Nicotine can rewire teens' brains. 2. It can make teens more anxious. 3. Changes to the brain can be permanent. So even when it hides behind a new look, nicotine is brain poison. Go to undo.org for more.
DQ presents How to Enjoy the 3 Best Cookies at the Same Time. First, grab the new Ultimate Cookie Blizzard from DQ. Then dig into Oreo, Chips Ahoy, and Nutter Butter. And last but not least, repeat! Because the new Ultimate Cookie Blizzard packs all 3 into one powerhouse of a treat. So you can enjoy the best cookie trifecta in every red spoonful. Hurry in for a taste today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Page one of the local news is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. You know, they have 3 locations in the valley: at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
A Slab City shooting. Imperial County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting in Slab City. Here's George Gale.
Deputies responded to the area of Slab City in Nyland at about 4:39 p.m. Wednesday after receiving reports of a shooting. Deputies located the victim with a gunshot wound in the area of Low Road. 49-year-old victim was flown to an out-of-county hospital for treatment. Deputies then identified 69-year-old Timothy Dymart, a Slab City resident, as the suspect. Dymart was arrested and booked into Imperial County Jail on charges of attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon with a firearm, a felon in possession of a firearm, and felon in possession of ammunition. Bail was set at $1 million. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And county supervisors accept preliminary county budget. It was presented this week to the County Board of Supervisors. The board accepted the document on a 4-0 vote. The spending plan is 9.7% higher than the current budget. It also has a general fund reserve of $21 million. The board will now hold budget hearings to develop an official budget. The final budget adoption is planned for September 17th. This final spending plan must be submitted to the state controller by December 1st. KXO News Time, 7:42.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
And the IID urges voluntary conservation. The Imperial Irrigation District is asking electric customers to voluntarily conserve energy. Here's George Gale.
Due to extreme heat expected over the next week, IID has issued a conserve alert notification beginning Monday, June 24th through Tuesday, July 2nd. National Weather Service forecast for the Imperial Valley over those days calls for sunny skies and very hot temperatures with the highs 107 to 118. IID Energy Manager Matt Smelser said, although they do not foresee any generation resource shortages at this time, by issuing an IID Conserve Alert, they are asking customers to do what they can to help the local electric grid. By conserving energy, they can take stress off energy infrastructure and help maintain reliable energy delivery and avoid power outages. To conserve energy, customers are asked to avoid using major appliances between the peak hours of 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., set thermostats at 78 degrees or higher when home, turn off all unnecessary lights, use floor or ceiling fans, block the sun from overheating your home. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And the city of Brawley has a spending plan. 2024-2025 budget has been approved. The Brawley City Council adopted the budget after only 15 minutes of discussion. In the past 6 months, several budget hearings have been held. The $57.9 million budget carries a $6.5 million deficit. The general fund anticipates revenues at $22.9 million, with expenditures at $23.1 million, leaving a deficit of $237,433. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Did you know that your local grocery outlet is independently owned and operated by folks in your community? Unlike traditional grocery stores, this allows us to better serve our customers and the communities in which we operate. We support local schools and charities like helping fire departments with toy drives. We also donate thousands of items each year to food pantries in your neighborhood. Stop by your local grocery outlet today and see what we've been up to.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
And it's page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They serve the best burgers in the valley. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
There will be a DUI checkpoint tonight. The Brawley Police Department will operate a DUI driver's license checkpoint tonight. Here's George Gale with details.
The checkpoint will be in operation from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. tonight in the 900 block of Main Street. According to Brawley Police, the checkpoint is located based on information showing incidents of impaired driving-related incidents. Funding for the program is provided by a grant from the California Highway Patrol Cannabis Tax Fund Grant Program. According to Sergeant Gutierrez of the Brawley Police Department, impaired drivers put others on the road at significant risk. Any prevention measures that reduce the number of impaired drivers on the roadways significantly improves traffic safety. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And a local legend has been recognized. Sedalia Sanders was presented a certificate of commendation. The certificate was from the United States Senate. It was presented to the longtime public servant at her El Centro residence. California State Director Sandra Gonzalez read the certificate while presenting it to Mrs. Sanders. Sedalia Sanders, now in her 80s, spent over 40 years in public service. Most of those years she served on the El Centro City Council. She served 5 times as mayor of the city. She served several years on the California League of Cities, 1 year, 1995, as president. She served on the National League of Cities Board of Directors. She was appointed by the governor to the California Commission on Aging, not once, but twice, and several other organizations and associations, all while working full-time at the Imperial County Public Health Department. And a Beat the Heat walk bear, it's getting hot, and the Intercare is hosting an event at the Imperial Valley Mall. Here's George Gale.
It is a 1 mile Beat the Heat walk and health fair. It'll be held inside the Ivy Mall tomorrow, Saturday. It starts at 9:30 a.m. The event is part of the mall's Get Fit program that offers residents a safe and cool place to get their steps in throughout the year. Those participating in the walk can register for free beginning at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday morning at the mall entrance south of the carousel. A ribbon cutting to introduce the new Get Fit program will be held at 9:15 a.m. prior to the walk. The health fair will run from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. in the middle of the mall between Macy's and the food court. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we have a community mural paint day event to promote voting. The event is being hosted by Los Amigos de la Comunidad Incorporated of Brawley. It is a free community mural paint day this Friday at 912 G Street in Brawley. The event will run from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The event launches the painting of a mural promoting voting and civic engagement. Muralist Michael Lopez is the designer and painter. He will be present to paint the mural. The community is invited to join him and paint parts of the mural. Paintbrushes and paints will be provided. All ages are welcome. The mural painting is part of the Vive Maze Civic Engagement Arts Project, a project of the nonprofit organization Los Amigos de la Comunidad Incorporated, funded by a Far South Border North grant. And one last thing, a summer splash this weekend in Nyland. Nyland Chamber of Commerce is hosting a free community event. It is a summer splash. It will be held this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will feature water, fun, music, food, and more. Bring your towel, sunscreen, and swimsuit. The event is being held at 8031 Highway 111 in Nyland. That's it for KXO News. We're going to take a look at weather.
Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. June specials include Firestone Walker, 16 ounce, just $6, 22 ounce, $8, and French dip sandwiches. Burgers & Beer, with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says monsoonal moisture has made its appearance into the desert Southwest with well above normal moisture levels continuing over the next several days. As a result, there is a chance of some thunderstorm activity. Excessive heat conditions will continue today before subsiding into the weekend. Temperatures are expected to warm once again early next week as thunderstorm chances diminish. 106 the high yesterday, 72 the overnight low. Today, sunny and hot with a high near 112. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 81. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny and hot on Saturday with a high near 110. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 111. Light winds becoming south about 5 miles an hour. There is a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Sunday. 84 degrees, 30% relative humidity. Wind out of the north-northwest at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Local news, page 2 in the weather, brought to you by Burgers & Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
What do you get when you combine the fun of a day out on the golf course with the thrills of bowling a strike or two with the excitement of hitting a jackpot on your favorite slot machine? What do you get? All the fun under the sun. And that's what you'll find and more at Kokopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton. Plan it all at CokopahResort.com.
And it's sports time. Sports time is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the very best care. Major League Baseball, the Cardinals and the Giants played a memorable game at Rickwood Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. I know there's some local guys that played for the Birmingham Bears in professional baseball. Anyway, The Cardinals topped the Giants 6-5. Padres edged the Brewers 7-6. It was the Orioles beating up on the Yankees 17-5. Diamondbacks dumped the Nationals 5-2. Guardians over the Mariners 6-3. Rays topped the Twins 7-6 in 10 innings. Astros over the White Sox 5-3. Dodgers dumped the Rockies 5-3. And the Royals nipped the Athletics 3-2.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, the Los Angeles Lakers have agreed to a deal to hire J.J. Redick as the franchise next coach. It's been a long, drawn-out search for what you would think would be one of the NBA's premier jobs. Redick will get a 4-year deal and will now be in charge of leading LeBron James, if LeBron will be around, to a final push for an NBA title. The Lakers fired Darvin Ham after the team was eliminated in the first round of the NBA playoffs by the Denver Nuggets. Redick is a 15-year NBA veteran. He served as an ESPN analyst this season, but he's never been a coach. Wimbledon champion Carlos Alcaraz's title defense build-up took a hit when he lost in the second round of the Queen's Club yesterday. And Coco Gauff will lead the U.S. tennis team at the Paris Olympics 3 years after missing the Tokyo Games because of COVID-19 infections. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. And it's a look at financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. What's going on? Well, mortgage rates fell this week to their lowest level since early April, taking some pressure off America's unaffordable housing market. The standard 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.87% in the week ending June 20th. Mortgage financing giant Freddie Mac reported. That's down from last week's 6.95% average and marks the third consecutive weekly decline. Rates are down from a 2024 peak of 7.22%. Mortgage rates fell for the third straight week following signs of cooling inflation and market expectations of a future Federal Reserve rate cut. According to Freddie Mac, these lower mortgage rates, coupled with the gradually improving housing supply, bodes well for the housing market. Meanwhile, Trump Social owner, Trump Media and Technology Group, has gone ice cold. The conservative social media company has lost, roughly half its market value since May 30th. The day former President Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felony counts in a hush money trial. Trump media's volatile share price tumbled another 5% today, leaving it down by a staggering 50% in the span of just 3 weeks. The severe sell-off has erased nearly $3 billion from an estimated net worth of Trump, the controversial company's leading shareholder and chairman. So what's going on the big board? Well, we can tell you, as has been the case lately, things are mixed. Right now, the Dow up about 43 points at 39,177. The S&P 500 down 6 at 5467. And the NASDAQ off 21 points at 17,700. Gold is off $23.60 an ounce, and oil up 40 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here at Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 112. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 81. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. Sunny and hot on Saturday with a high near 110. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 111. Light winds becoming south about 5 in the morning. There is a 20% chance of showers or thunderstorms on Sunday. 86 degrees already, 30% relative humidity, wind out of the northwest 5 to 7. Financial news brought to you by Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal. You'll find them at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro. Source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. The U.S. Supreme Court's upheld a federal law designed to keep guns out of the hands of people who are under restraining orders from their spouses or partners. Legal analyst Jessica Levinson.
What the court is saying is this is the type of situation where, sure, maybe we did not have domestic violence restraining orders at our nation's founding, but we understood that you could disarm people who are dangerous. And therefore, there's enough of a historical underpinning that we can uphold this law.
It was an 8-1 ruling. Justice Clarence Thomas, the lone dissenter. And that decision could have an impact in an unrelated high-profile case, says former federal prosecutor Scott Frederickson.
Hunter Biden was banking on the decision of the Supreme Court here striking down that law, because he was then going to use that to try and strike down the law that he was just convicted in.
President Biden's early fundraising lead over Donald Trump has faded some. New numbers indicate Trump and the Republicans took in $141 million in May. Biden and the Democrats, $85 million.
The Democrats have invested early on tens of millions of dollars in headquarters, staffs, and get out the vote machinery, which, after all, in the end, matters a lot more.
University of Virginia political scientist Larry Sabato. At the start of April, Biden had a $100 million edge over Trump. That's now been cut in half. The unusual June heat dome persists in a wide stretch of the country from the Midwest to the Northeast. CBS's Jim Crisula.
Dangerous heat will continue to impact the Midwest and Ohio Valley today and peak in the Mid-Atlantic I-95 urban corridor this weekend. Christian Kennedy is working on a construction project on the shore of Lake Erie in Cleveland.
Sometimes you just want to jump in the water that we're working next to. You're moving, you're going, you're lifting stuff. You can get overheated, and that can cause heat stroke. A lot of stuff can happen, so you just gotta know your limit.
The heat index could top 110 degrees in parts of the east this weekend.
On the Health Watch, CBS's Bradley Blackburn has more on a new look at pandemic stress.
New data on infants born during the pandemic suggests the stressful environment for their mothers may have impacted their brain development. The study, published in JAMA Network Open, finds maternal psychological distress during the pandemic is associated with lower brain volume in newborns. Scientists say more research is needed on potential long-term impacts.
A realtors group says sales of existing homes fell for the third straight month in May. Wall Street, Dow's up 49, the S&P is down 2. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
It's better. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. Switch today. With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome Plan. Benefits vary. See details.
Join the free smoothie party at Tropical Smoothie Cafe on June 21st for National Smoothie Day. We're treating our Tropic Rewards members to a free smoothie with bowl or food purchase. Order an app, online, or pop by the cafe for a little sip and chill. 3 cheers to our Tropic fam. Terms and conditions apply.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It appears the Yellowstone TV saga will have to do without a big-name star.
I, John Dutton, do solemnly swear.
Yellowstone star Kevin Costner is riding off into the sunset. After a lot of speculation, the Oscar winners announced on Instagram he's not coming back for the second half of the 5th and final season of the Western drama. He says he'll see fans at the movies. Yellowstone goes on without him. Paramount, part of our parent company at CBS, says the rest of the season will drop in November. Yellowstone is currently filming in Montana. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The Washington Post says that Robert Winnett, who had been named editor, will not take that job after all. The newspaper's been in turmoil since the publisher and CEO Will Lewis announced reorganization. There have been published stories questioning ethical choices made by Winnett and Lewis when they worked in British media. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.